What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Cal. You know where I'm at, and you know what I'm about to do. As always, the links are posted in the bio. Click them, like, share, comment, tell a friend, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your greasy grandpappy. All right, I want to speak to the younger bros today, and I want to talk about failure as men. And I'm just here to tell y'all, you cannot win at life unless you fail first. Now, you'll have some situations where the cards will just work out in your favor and you'll end up winning off the bat, but for the majority of bros, that does not happen. You have to go through a lot of trial and error in order to get where you want to be in life. And I'm here to tell you that you don't want to play it safe for the rest of your life. Playing it safe is going to be fine. You can coast out. If you want to do that, that's totally fine. All right. If you want to go the safe route and take no chances, you can do that. And you can live a pretty normal life. But your life is just going to be normal. There's going to be no excitement. You're just going to be stuck. All right. I did that for a very long time. I was in a position in my job to where I was in dead end positions. I was stuck, and I was just cool with living my life without no advancement. Did it work out for me in my situation at first? Yes, it did. But in the long run, it didn't, and I ended up paying for it. You don't want to be in a position where you have to end up paying for it later on in life. Like I've said before, you need to do the things you need to do now in order to set yourself up for success. But in order to do that, you're going to have to go out here and fail. And what do I mean by fail? You're going to have to go out here and try. You're going to have to go out here and try different things. There's no handbook to this shit, all right? You're going to have to go out there and risk it. That's the only way. Also, when you come out here and fail, you have to not worry about what people are going to say about you. Don't worry about the stigma that you might have about losing it all and having to take step backs, having to downgrade. I've been there before. I've done that. I slept in my truck plenty of nights because of failure. I've been in situations where I never thought I would have been in because of the failures that I made. But while I was going through that, I knew that wasn't a permanent destination for me. And a lot of y'all might not have this, and if you don't, I apologize, but I have a very supportive family. So there were times where I could have easily went back home and reset and started over, but I chose not to do that. I chose to go through the suck. I embraced the suck. I embraced the pain. And the result of me doing that is the man you see today talking in front of you. I have a lot of wisdom. I have a lot of knowledge I can give to younger bros and bros my age. And I'm just here to tell y'all, you can't be afraid to try new things, even if you fail at it. You must see a plan all the way through, even if that plan doesn't work. I've said this to my partners a lot of times. As men, we have to make choices, right? Whether that choice is a good choice or a bad choice, you still have to make that choice. And you have to follow through, even if the plan fails. Because what you're learning how to do is to start what you finish. That's what you're learning how to do. You're learning how to start you're learning to start what you finish. Now, will it be times where you have to readjust, refrago? You got to change the plan to do that? Yes, you can do that. But at the end of the day, you have to start with something and you have to finish something as a man. It's going to make you feel a whole lot better when you do that. Start with the simple stuff. As soon as you can knock the simple stuff off, then you start with the more complex stuff. All right? But it's going to be failure along the way. I always go back to the gym. I go back to the most basic things so you can understand. When you're in that gym working out, in order to get bigger, you have to go to muscle failure, right? When you're on that treadmill doing what you have to do, if you want to get faster or you're on the track, y'all know how those sprints are. You have to go to failure. Is it going to suck? Yes. Is it going to feel like you're going to die? Yes. But if you don't die, it's going to make you a stronger person because of it. And you might not win that trophy right then, but the lessons you learn you'll be able to win that trophy later on. All right? Don't focus on winning right now. Focus on winning in the long term. I'm really trying to get y'all to think about thinking long term. The short term goals are fine, but also this prepares you for the long term, for the long game. When you playing this long game in life, there's so many obstacles you're gonna have to go through. There's so much shit that's gonna be thrown your way. From co-workers to just life. You know how it is, especially if you're black. Just life being thrown your way. All that shit you gotta deal with. But you still have to perform. Right? 3 P's. Perform, produce, provide. You still have to be doing these 3 P's every day, all the time. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be perfect. You're going to fail a lot doing this shit. I still do. I still fail a lot doing a lot of shit I try to do. Even in business. I might put a new design out there, might put a new idea out there. It doesn't work, it flops. Okay, I go back to the drawing board and I try something else. But the thing is, I'm always trying to advance. I'm not just coasting my way through life. Okay, let me see how I can get to the next level. Let me see how I can do better. And like I always tell men, like, look, if you're in your 20s, start doing this now. If you're teens, start doing this now. If you're in your fucking 30s, boy, you better be running like a chicken with the head cut off, trying to figure this shit out. Because look, I'm about to be 34 this year. That's 6 years till 40. By 40 years old, bros, by 35, 40 years old, you need to start producing. You need to start showing your trophies of what you've done in your life so far. Some bros might be starting now. You might be in your 30 starting now. Well, guess what? You got to play catch up. Is it fair? No, but it's life. You have to do it. But you're going to fail along the way. It's going to be a lot of failure. But I'm telling you to embrace that failure, to embrace that suck. That's the only way you're going to get better as men. That's the only way you're going to become that producer. That's the only way you're going to become that mover and that shaker. Some shit my cousin told me about 10 plus years ago. You have to be a mover and shaker. So ask yourself, do you just want to stay still on one spot for the rest of your life? Or do you want to be a mover and do you want to be a shaker? That's going to come with failure, all right? It ain't like the movies where you just have a pot of gold and everything was just good at the end. No, my nigga, you got to go through that shit. That's the only way. But anyway, I'm about to go here in the gym and practice on my failure so I can be better as a person. I advise y'all to do the same.